श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः हरि ओम ओम सहना भवतु सहनो भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै ओम शांति शांति शांति. So yesterday he said Vayur Yamaha Agnihi Varunaha Shashankaha Prajapatihi Tvam Prapitamahascha. अग्निर्वायुरादित्य चंद्रमा नक्षत्राणि आपो ओषधयो वनस्पतय आकाश आत्मा etc. In the other sutras also, which I like I said, the self is explained in different ways as everything. The same way here Krishna is explained as everything, Vayu, Yamaha, etc. And not just that, he goes on to say Namaha Namaha Te Astu. Again, Namo Namaste. Salutations and salutations to you. Salutations and salutations to you. 4 times salutations. Again, Punascha Bhuyo Api. Punaha Cha. Again and again. Again and again. Bhuyo Api. Again and again. Punaha Bhuyaha both have same meaning, and with Api and Cha, it is repetitive. It becomes repetitive. Again and again and again and again. So salutations, 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 salutations 4 times, and again and again and again and again 4 times. This is to see the multiplicity. Like we saw that the mantras, the shlokas are of the nature of mantra 2 here. So they have the potency to ward off any evil. The biggest evil, if it can ward off, why should we even talk about the smallest of evils? The biggest of evil, the primordial evil is ignorance. When it can remove that ignorance, what about the other things? So he says, like the mantra, there is this usage, akshara laksham, akshara laksha chatasram. 4 times a lakh of each characters. If it has 5 characters, the mantra has 5 characters into 4 into 1 lakh. So that is the number of prayoga we have to do. Since we said it is like mantra, he says sahasra kritva, thousands of times. So into 4 kind of. Okay. So now after saying that, he says, Naf Purastar he is not over with this salutations. He is going on to say, Naf Purastar Atha Prushtataste Namoste Sarvata Eva Sarva Anantaviryam Amitavikramastvam Sarvam Samapnoshi Tatosi Sarvaha. He Sarva Namaha Purastar Atha Prushtataha Te Namo Astu Te Sarvatah Eva Sarva. He Sarva Ananta Virya Amita Vikramaha Tvam Sarvam Samapnoshi Tato Asi Sarvaha. Namaha Purastar. My salutations to you, who your friend. Strange. My salutations to your friend. What kind of salutation is that? Why should someone salute your friend? And again he goes on to say Prushtataste. Why will someone do? Because we have the habit of saluting. If a guru is traveling and we see him from far, he is going ahead. We don't salute from this spot we are. We run before him and salute in front of him. But here, he says, I salute your friend first. I salute your friend means everyone salutes the friend. They infer the back. What we see, like what we see in the camera, the video, you see only a 2D picture, not a 3D picture of me. So, like that, Bhagavan's 2D picture is what we are seeing. We see his friend portion. Every pot, cloth, etc., any object here, we see only the front portion. We infer the portion behind it. We see the front portion and say that there is a possible back portion too. Because there are 3D images of gods, etc. Inside it is curved. It is an indent, that's all. Indented form. We have seen such pictures and papers where they do with nails, etc. That indentions, projections. So when they do it with nail, the back portion is pushed to the front, and the front portion looks elegant, and there is a design. There is nothing, it's hollow behind. So we say we infer the behind portion for everything. Now, is Arjuna inferring the behind portion and saluting the front portion? To say Arjuna himself says Prishtataste. No, I know there is a behind portion, so to that portion also. So he is not discriminating like we normally do. He says whether it is front or back, I do salutations to you. Why will somebody do that? When it is not the norm of the world, why will somebody do salutations to the back portion also? Prishtataste api. Why do we do that? Arjuna is not an idiot. Then why is he doing? The whole idea of front, back, before, after, etc. exists in the world of relativity. In relation to something, this is front. In relation to something else, it is back. Whereas Bhagavan is a frontless and backless. Whatever that means. So, that is the form of Bhagavan. So, he says, Prishtataste, to that portion also, my namaskara. Namostute sarvata eva. Hey sarva. Oh, everything. You saluted my front and you saluted my back. What about the side portions? You didn't salute. Like we go to some big person. We want to convince him to help us. So he presses leg. He presses shoulder. He will put on his hand. To make you do that. To show his ownership on you, he will make. Okay, now left. Just when he shows his hand or something, you will start pressing it also. So here he is not doing that. He surrenders himself. He says, Namostu Sarvata Eva. I am saluting in every direction, not just front and back, every direction. Anantavirya Amita Vikramastvam. Because you are Anantavirya. Anantavirya means your physical strength is unlimited. Amita Vikramaha, you are using the weapons, etc., your mastery over the weapons, etc. That is also Amitaha. There is no equivalence. Mita means equivalence. Amita means there is no one equivalent to it. Amit, etc., the name we use is means that. So Amitaha, you don't have any equivalent in using it, the proficiency. So you are physically fit as well as you have the proficiency. So, Sarvam samapnoshi, sarvam samyak apnoshi. You gather everything. There are two possible ways to say samapnoshi. Either you can say that you gather in you the whole world, or samyak apnoshi, apul prapane, vyapane, to gain, meaning you pervade everything. You pervade everything. Either you can say you pervade everything or you bring in everything inside you. Both the meanings can be possible with samapnoshi. Tato asi sarva. Since you pervade everything, you are everything. Therefore, you are everything. Tubhyam, tika, tubhyam. Purastad agrabhage namo astu. To your front portion, let there be my salutations. There can be a different meaning for this front portion. Puraha tubhyam puraha namahasya hastaditi va. You can either say I salute your front portion, or puraha means first I will salute you. Let my salutations to you be there first. Then we'll do whatever. That also is possible. Atha shabdaha samuchchaye. Atha connects all this. All these are in the sense of salutation by the same person at the same time. Okay. Pushtato api tubhyam nahasyat. Even from the behind my namaskaras. From the behind means I am not bending back. I am saluting your backside also. Namostu te tubhyam sarvata eva sarvasu dikshu sthitaya he sarva. Namastu sarvata eva, in all directions, because you are the one who is pervading all the directions. You exist in all the directions. Therefore, my salutations to you in all directions. Hey sarva, oh one who is all pervading, one who is everything, to you my salutations. I already said, explained to you in the earlier class that just because he says Vayor, Yama, etc., or just because he says Sarva, you are everything, that everything does not mean he is identifying with everything. Because the idea of Sarvatma Bhava, just like I said in the example of Vamadeva, Rishi Vamadeva saw that I became sun, I became Manu, etc. Aham Manu Rabhamam Suryascha, like that. We don't identify with everything because there's nothing other than the self. Therefore, there is only Ekatma Bhava as to say. Because the Ekatma Bhava also does not exist from the sense of Bhava, being. I cannot meditate as I am myself. That is impossible. So, the idea of Sarva Bhava is redundant. So, we say Ekatma Bhava, Ekam Brahma iti Bhava. There is nothing other than that. So then he says, Tubhya Sarvasu. Viryam. What does Viryam means? Sharira Valam. The physical strength. Then Vikrama, is it mental strength? Vikramaha Shiksha Shastra Prayog Kaushalam. Vikramaha means the way we studied and the way we have the expertise in using the weapons. Shastra Prayoga Kaushalam. The mastery over the weapons. Why is it said? Viryam Vikramaha. Why should it be said? He says, Ekam Viryadhikam Manye Utekam Sikshayadhikam Iti Uktehe Bhima Duryodhanayoho Anyeshu Cha Ekekam Vyavasthitam. There is a shloka in Bhagavata. It says, Ekam Viryadhikam Manye Uta Ekam Sikshayadhikam Viryadhikam. I see one to have physical strength and the other to have knowledge. Who are we talking about? We are talking about two different people. One is Bhima, the other is Duryodhana. Duryodhana has studied properly and he knows he is a master in the weaponry, art of weapons. This is something which people who see black and white can't understand. They see Duryodhana as an evil character. Duryodhana is a very good character. First, let us see. In Vrindavan, when I was there last time, I was there in a place where there was this Sundara Kanda which was taking place. Sundara Kanda. In this Sundara Kanda, this person who was explaining Sundara Kanda was explaining about Hanuman and Rama with a happy face. And when he spoke about Ravana, he was like, what kind of Ravana? Ravana, cheap fellow. Something which is, he is talking about something which is nasty and cheap. That kind of facial expression he had. So after he explained everything, when his katha got completed, they requested me to say something. I went there and I said, I am a Vedanti. For Vedantins, Ekam Eva Advitiyam. There is nothing other than the self. That is the idea. But for a devotee, Bhakta, there is duality. Duality of what? Devotee and the object of devotion. Bhakta and Bhagavan. There is this clear differentiation. There is no duality with respect to the devotees. I don't see myself to be a superior devotee than the other devotee. There cannot be that state in devotion. It is not right. I said, you are seeing Ravana as a cheap character, whereas there is no greater devotee of Shiva than Ravana. When you speak about Hanuman, you say Hanuman, great devotee, Bhakta. But what about Ravana? Ravana was the greatest of devotee of Shiva. He was so great a devotee, he wanted to lift Himalayas, the abode of Shiva, and take it to Sri Lanka. He wanted to see Shiva always from his balcony. That kind of devotion here. He is Asura, and he has devotion that is called as Asura Bhakti. He doesn't calculate. Complete crazy devotion, that is. Like North Indian devotion. There is South Indian devotee and North Indian devotee. You just said there is no differentiation in devotee, and now you say South Indian devotee and North Indian devotee. When you go to North India, when a person is in an auto or something, he is holding a book and he is seeing a God's image, he just does that with his left hand. But a South Indian will transfer the book to his left hand and do it with his right hand. He will pray with the right hand, not the left hand. So here the idea is devotees in between themselves cannot see oneself to be a greater devotee and a lesser devotee, because devotion does not teach you duality. Devotion teaches you devotion. That's all. So he says, Ekam Virya Adhikam Manye. Now the thing is, Bhima, because he is on the side of hero Krishna, we took Krishna as a hero, therefore we say they are good people. And because Duryodhana is in the opposite side, but Duryodhana is the one who went to Krishna first to invite him to his side. So who is good? Though he did his stupidity because of his ego, like we do, he did his stupidity. So there was a mistake. Instead of being in their side, Krishna went to the other side. But he is a very smart boy. Duryodhana, he is a great friend. He was a great husband. He was a very good ruler. Everything, in every other section, he was very good. Just because he had some enmity with these Pandavas, because it is his birthright which they were trying to enjoy, he did not accept that. That's the only thing. So Duryodhana, he is a very good person who has studied very nicely the Shastra and Shastra Prayoga. Tvam tu, the idea is iti ekekam vyavasthitam. Anyeshu, in others only one, either virya or the mastery over the weapons. Only one of them, physical strength or mastery over weapon, one of them exists. Tvam tu, but you, Ananta Viryascha Amitas Vikramaschaiti, you are Ananta Virya and Amita Vikramite. You don't just possess the physical strength and the mastery or weapons, but you have unlimited physical strength and unequal powers. Iti samastam ekam padam. This is one word, complete one word. Anantavirya iti sambodhanam, or you can say Anantavirya as a vocative. That also is possible. Sarvam samastam jagat samapnoshi samyag ekena sadrupena apnoshi sarvatma vyapnoshi. So you engulf everything and make it one as existence, or you pervade everything, whichever way. Tasma, therefore, sarvo api tvad atiriktam kimapi nasti ityartha. Therefore, there is nothing other than you. You are everything. Yato aham tud mahatmya aparijnanat aparadhan ajasram akarsham tatah paramakarunikam tvam pranamya aparadakshamam karayami ityata ahadvabhyam. In the next two shlokas, he is doing a very important thing. Important thing of what kind of important thing? He is asking for pardon. Why? Why will what did he do? He didn't do anything. Why should he ask for sorry, pardon? He says, Yataha aham, since Twad Mahatmya Aparijnana, without knowing your greatness, because of not knowing your greatness, Apradhan Ajasram Kakasham, I did many mistakes. Without knowing your greatness, I did many mistakes. Tataha, therefore, Paramakarnikam Tvam, you who is absolute compassionate, absolute compassionate, Paramakarnikam, absolute compassion, Pranamya Aparadakshamam Karayami. To you, I do my salutations and request your I ask sorry from you. I ask pardon from you. Karyami iti ahdvabhyam. In this two shlokas, he is asking for that kshama. Sakhi iti matva prasavam niduktam. He Krishna, he Yadava, he Sakheti. Ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya. Pramadat pranayena vapi. Maya pramadat pranayena vapi. Yacha avahasartham asakritosi viharashayasana bhojaneshu yekothavaapyachyuta samaksham tatkshamaya tvam aham aprameyam. Beautiful. Sakheti matva prasabham yeduktam. He Krishna, he Yadava, he Sakheti. Ajanata mahimanam tavedam maya pramadat pranayena vapi Yacha avahasartham asakrito asi vihara shayyasana bhojaneshu eko athava api achyuta he achyuta tat samaksham tat shamaya tvam aham apraneyam. I request your pardon. Tvam aham kshamaya tat kshamaya. You please forgive me. I request your forgiveness. Why? Sakheti matva, thinking you to be my friend. Prasabham yaduktam, I said something which is not right. What did he say? Prasabham means something which is not right, treating you as a lowly. Lowly means what? We do that. To show your closeness to someone in power, you just go and call by his name, some president or prime minister or some minister, instead of treating him as sir in front of others. We can do it in the in a room individually, but instead of treating him as with respect, you call by his name. Why? To show, he's my friend. To show your superiority, you do that. So, similarly, to show my superiority, I made some mistakes. What kind of mistakes? Hey Krishna, hey Yadava, hey Sakha, iti. I called you. Oh Krishna, oh Yadava. Oh, Krishna is the name. Krishna is the name, his name. That is okay. Yadava is his surname, his family name. You are a Yadava. You belong to the Yadu Kula. He called him by, oh Brahmin, like that. Oh Yadava. Then, oh Sakha, oh friend. In this way, I called you in different forms. I don't even recollect it. These are just pointers to different kinds of words I used you to call you. Ajanata mahimanam, without knowing. Tavaidam mahimanam ajanata, without knowing your this greatness, I used all these words. Maya, who did that? Maya, Tavedam Maya, Mahimanam Ajanata Maya, without knowing your this greatness by me, these were said. Why did you say that? That is a good question. Pramadat Pranayatva. Pramadat, because of my carelessness, because of my stupidity. I called you with on all these different forms because of my stupidity, because of my carelessness. Pranayenava, because you are my friend, I may have called you. Pranayenava. Pranaya is a word which is used for love. Love as a lover and lady love. The love between them. Pranaya. The marriage. That there also the pranaya word is used. Prakrishtena nayati iti pranayaha. That which leads you very nicely to the closeness. That is pranaya. So by pranayana, because of that closeness or because of my stupidity, whichever. So I called you with yacha avahasartham. And this first thing eduktam prasabham. Overpowering to show my superiority, I did that. Sometimes I used words to pull you down. Avahasa is the word which is the root word is hasane, to laugh. Hasa, to laugh. With that you add the upasarga ava, the prefix ava. Ava means to laugh derisively. Or we use parihasa. We use this pari as prefix. Both same meaning. Parihasa or avahasa. So he is saying avahasa. I laughed to laugh at you. We did some stupidity. Asakritosi. We did some stupidity. What kind of stupidity you did? Where when you are in or when we were in vihara, when we are playing, when we were exercising, then shayya when I was lying down at that point of time, asana when I was sitting at that point of time, or bhojaneshu when we were eating at that point of time. Eko athava achyuta tat samaksham. Eko athava, while I was alone with you, or when we were in the midst of people, when I was along with some people. So I could have done that kind of mistake. Tat sarvam samaksha chamaya. All that please forgive. Tvam aham aprameyam. I request your forgiveness, you who is aprameya. One who cannot be objectified. One who cannot be equated with anything. Tvam, tika, tvam, mama sakha, samavaya rupa, samanavaya iti matva. You thinking you as my friend. Friend means one who belongs to the same age group. Thinking you to be like that. Prasabham. Prasabham means so utkarsha khyapana rupena abhivavena yuktam. To show my superiority and to overpower you, whatever I said, yaduktam maya, by me. Tava idam vishwarupam tatha mahimanam aishvarya atishaya ajanata. This your greatness, this cosmic form which you showed to me, without knowing that there is this kind of form in you, this is you really, and without knowing your greatness, which we saw in the 10th chapter, I did all the stupidity. Pullinga pathe imam vishvatmakam. If it is pullinga patha tava idam, instead of idam, it should be imam. If it is in masculine, since it is not masculine, we just say imam. Okay, ajanata in feminine case. Pramadat chitta vikshepat. Pramadat means because of carelessness, because of my disturbed mental state. Chitta vikshepa. Because of my disturbed mental state, I used to make fun of you. Or pranayena snehena, because of my friendship also. Kimuktam iti aha. What did you say? What did he say like that? He says, Hey Krishna, Hey Yadava, Hey Sakheti. He called him with different names. Hey Krishna by his name. Hey Yadava by his family name. And Hey Sakha, oh friend, by the relationship, etc. Yacha, second sloka. Yacha avahasartham parihasartham vihara shayya asana bhojaneshu vihara krida vyayamva. While we were doing exercise, etc., I used to poke fun at you. Make fun at you. What kind of a when we were using the dumbbells, only 2 kilos. Hey, I can pull 4 kilos easily. Or when we were practicing archery, can't you see the bullseye? What kind of person you are? Can't you see the bullseye? I would have done that. So any kind of mistakes I did during that period, or shayya, shaika tulikadi astran vishesha. Shayya means bed made of cotton, etc. Asana means simhasanadi, while sitting. Like, while I am sleeping, I didn't give place to you, I kicked you, maybe. Or while seated in the chair, I was sitting with my legs up, etc. With ego. Bhojanam, Bhojanam, while eating, what kind of mistake you did there? Bahunam pankta avashanam, तेषु विषयभूतेषु असकृतोऽसि मया परिभूतोऽसि एकः सखीन् विहाय रहसि स्थितो वा त्वम् अथवा तत्समक्षं तेषां सखीनां परिहसतां समक्षं वा. So I poked fun at you, I made fun at you while we were alone or when we were in group. Whichever way, I could have done that. But the problem is, I may not have made fun of you while I was in group. Okay, individually possible. But when we were along with people, I may not have done anything. But I was standing with those people who were making fun of you. We are idiots if we think if he didn't say anything. He was very nice person. He was just standing there. If you didn't raise your voice against a mistake when the mistake is happening, then you are with the person who is performing the mistake, who is making the mistake. We have to remember this. We think, oh no, he's a good person. He was just silent there. He didn't do anything. His silence is the death knell. Because if he had asked, why are you making fun of him? He would have stopped. Since there was no one to stop this fellow, he was taking fun of me, and it was a right along for him. So therefore he says, along with them, those people, I would have done that. Hey Achyuta, Sarvanivika, you are Achyuta. Achyuta, Nachyuta iti Achyuta. One who does not fall from his state. One who does not change. Nirvikara, one who is transformationless. O Achyuta, Tat Sarvam, Vachana Rupam, Asak Karana Rupam. Either by words or deeds, I would have mistreated you. Tesh Aparadha Jatam, whatever mistakes I did, Kshamiyami, I request your forgiveness. Please forgive me. Tvam Aprameyam, Achintya Prabhavena, Nirvikarena cha, Paramakarunikeena Bhagavata. Achintya Rupam, you are incomprehensible. What does that mean? You cannot be objectified. A Nirvikarena, because you don't undergo any transformation. Therefore, and not just that, you are Paramakarunika, you are absolute compassionate. That kind of you, Bhagavan, Tad Mahatmya Anabhigyasya Mama, me who does not know your greatness, Aparadha, Chantamya, I made some mistakes. Please forgive me. You have to forgive me. You have to Chantavya Eva. You have to forgive me. Why? Bhagavan, Paramakarmika. You are Paramakarmika. Therefore, so first he did whatever mistakes he did, and then finally said, you are Paramakarmika, therefore you have to forgive me. Like some people who say whatever they want, and they say, you already know that. And even if we don't know, we have to just keep quiet. Because I know already. What should I do? This is stupidity. So then he says, okay. Avichintya prabhavatam eva prapanchati. You said achintya prabhava. Aprameya. Why aprameya? Why is Arjuna calling Bhagavan aprameya? That is showed here. Pita silokasya characharasya tamasya pujyascha guru gariyan tvat natat samo astyapyadhika कुतोऽन्यः लोकत्रयेऽपि अप्रतिम प्रभावः पितासि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वम् अस्य पूज्यश्च गुरुः गरीयान् न त्वत्समः अस्ति अभ्यधिकः कुतो अन्यः लोकत्रयेऽपि अप्रतिम प्रभावः पिता असि लोकस्य चराचरस्य त्वम् अस्य लोकस्य चराचरस्य पिता असि you are the father to the whole creation moving and non moving both. He already established prapitamahascha. You are father of the father, the creator Hiranyagarbha. You are the creator of that Hiranyagarbha. Therefore, you are father of father. Now, he is establishing Bhagavan to be Pita. Like we sing Guru Stotra, Tumeva Mata Chapita, Tumeva Bandhuscha Sakha, Tumeva Vidya Dravyam, Tumeva Sarvam Mama Deva Deva. That similarly he says Tum Pita. Then Pujyascha Pita. There are some Pitas, some fathers whom we don't have any respect. Regarding them, we don't care. But this father, you are Pujyascha. If we take Pujya with in association with the Pita, Pujyascha Pitasi. Now, Tvam Asya Pujyascha Gurur Gariyan. Pujyascha should be associated with the Guru. Pujyascha Guru, you are also a worshipable Guru. Gariyan, greater Guru. There is no equivalent to you. Now, you have to understand another thing. Mata, Pita, Guruhu, Devam. This is the order. Mother, father, next is Guru, with the fourth one is Deva. Because this in this order we understand everything. First, the mother is one who teaches father, cat, dog, etc. Then your father gives you the knowledge of the world. Then or gives the knowledge, this is the Guru. That is how it should be. And then the Guru will give you the knowledge, this is the Bhagavan. So that is the order, but he skipped the order. Pita, see from that. Now we have to understand that Pita also includes in it Mata. It is not individually Pita. A Pita cannot be a Pita. A father cannot be a father without a mother being there. Being a child, I cannot, and I as today in today's world, they have different funny things. Like here, let us see this Pita. Pita Rao is a beautiful word. Pita Rao. There is a sutra in Panini, Mata cha Pita cha. Mata cha Pita cha. This sutra, whether it is mother or father, mother and father, to mention them, you can just say Matarau or Pitarau. Like we use parent. Just parent, singular, whether it's mother or father. So similarly here, we can say Pitarau. And Kavi Kalidasa, he starts his Megha Sandesha with this, Megha Duta with this. Jagatah Pitarau Vande Parvati Parameshwarau. Jagatah Pitarau Vande. Jagatah Pitarau. The world's Pitarau in dual case, Pitarau. It is not fathers. Because in today's world, that's what I was saying. In today's world, they give God different forms and with colorful flags, etc. and pride and all ideas. We are not talking about that. Mata cha Pita cha Pitaro. Mother and father. You are the mother and father for this whole creation. So, Characharasya Pita. So, mother is included in that father, and you are the mother, you are the father, you are the Guru, the greater Guru, great Guru, Gariyan Guru, Pujyascha Gariyan Guru. You are worshipable, greater Guru. Nat Twat Sama. Now he comes to the Bhagavan aspect. Nat Twat Samaha Asti Adhyadikaha Kuto Anya. There is none who is equivalent to you. How can there be someone who can be greater than you? None. There is a usage in Hindi. They say, पैसा तो भगवान नहीं है, मगर भगवान से कम भी नहीं है. Meaning, the money is not God, but money is not less than God too. So here he says, no, we are not talking like that. Like in Yoga Sutra, he says, "Sa purveshaampi guruhu kalena anavachchedat." He is guru for the old generations too. Why? Because he is not limited by time. Now there, this limitation aspect is expected, explained. He say he is the guru of gurus, and there he say there is none equivalent to him, or there is none greater than him. But the yogi is himself a Bhagavan. He can create and he can dissolve the creation also. He has the power for that, but still he will not meddle with the first creator. So, natvat samaha asti abhyadikah kuto anyah. There is none equivalent to you. Where can there be someone who can be greater than you? Impossible. Where are you talking about? Lokatriyapi, in all the three worlds I am talking. Ati apratima prabha, one who is one who has unequal greatness. That kind of you I am saying about. Asya characharasya lokasya pita janakas tvamapi pujyascha si sarveshwaratva. You are the creator, you are the father of this world. You are also worshiped because you are Sarveshwara. Guruscha is Shastropadeshta. You are also Guru because you are the one who is teaching the Shastras. Therefore, you are the Guru. Ataha sarvaihi prakaraihi ghariyan guru taro asi. Therefore, in whichever way, whether you are accepted as a father or you are a Guru, in whichever way I see you, you are greater than everyone. Ataiva, for this very reason. Nat tvat samaha asti abhyadikaha kuto anya lokatriyapi he at pratima prabha. Therefore, there is none equivalent to you. Then where can be there someone who is greater than you in all the three worlds? Yasya samopi nasti dvidiyasya parameshwarasya bhava. Why? Because there is no other one who can be referred to as Parameshwara in all the three worlds. Who does not have any equal? Why? There is none other than Parameshwara. Therefore, Atyadhikah Anya Kutah. When there is none other than Parameshwara, how can there be someone who is greater than you in all the three worlds? It is impossible. Sarvatha na sambhavyate vetyartha. Never can it happen. That is the idea. Never is it possible. Yasmat evam, since it is so, tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvam aham ishamidhyam piteva putrasya sakheva sakhyuh priyah priyaya arhasi deva sodum. Tasmat pranamya pranidhaya kayam prasadaye tvam aham isham idyam pita eva putrasya sakha iva sakhyuh priyah priyayaha arhasi deva sodhum. Tasma, therefore, pranamya pranidhaya kayam, prakrishtena namya iti pranamya, by nicely saluting you. What does nicely saluting means? What does namaha means? Salutations. And when we spoke about salutation in abhinaya form, in a physical gesture, we said by folding your hands together, holding it close to your heart, that is pranama, or folding it in front of your face, that is namaskara. Prakrishte namaskara may also mean, like when we go to the temple, when they are doing Deeparadhana, we hold our hands over our head. That is a greater namaskara. So the more the hand goes up, it is greater. Now, how long can you take your hands up? So the final stage is pranidhaya kayam, prakrishtene nidhaya kayam, by nicely placing the body on the ground completely, like a stick, like we already saw. Dandavat prasadaye tvam, you be happy about me. Tvam, to make you happy, prasade, to make you happy, to make you pleased, I am doing this. Aham. Why should I do namaskaras to you like this? Because Isham idiom, you are God, Isham, and you are idiom, worshipable. Therefore, I am doing this to you. Why should? How will I forgive you? Pita iva putrasya. Like the father forgives the mistake of the son. Sakheva sachihu. Like the friend forgives the mistakes of a friend. Priyaha priyayaha iva. Like the lover forgives the mistakes of the lady love. Like in today's movie, they'll ask, why should always the lover be forgiving the mistake of lady love? Why not otherwise? It is so. So there is no point. So, arhasi devasodhum. Similarly, you are capable of sodhum. Sodhum means to withstand, uh, uh, to the words which we then, no, I'm coming to that. The words which we use in day-to-day life by mixing languages sometimes becomes a problem. Sodom is endure. You have to, you are capable of enduring my mistakes. You are capable of taking care of my mistakes, withstanding my mistakes. So here, unsahikable is the proper word. Unsahikable. What is unsahikable? Sahanam is to endure. Under able, adding the English between to a Sanskrit word, unsahikability. So this is a confusion. Endure. You are the person who can take care of this, endure this my mistake. Arhasi, you are capable of that. Tasmat pranamya namaskritya tvam pranidhaya prakarshena नीचैः धृत्वा कायं दंडवत भूमौ पतित्वा इति यावत्. So namaskritya pranamya, by doing salutations, like how, what kind of salutation? Prakarshena नीचैः धृत्वा कायं, by putting my body on the ground, by falling on the ground. Dandavat, like a stick. That is the namaskara I am doing. Prasadayetam ijamedium, to make you happy, to please you, you Ishvara, who is worshipable, Sarvasutyam, one who is worshipable, one who is extollable, praisable. You, aham aparadhi. I do it. Me, who am I? Aparadhi. I am the person who has done this mistake, this wrong deed. Therefore, you can pardon me. Ataha he deva pita iva putrasya aparadham. Like the father forgives these mistakes of the son. Sakheva sakhyuh aparadham. Like a friend forgives the mistake of another friend. Priyaha patiriva priyaya patipradaya aparadham. Like a dear husband forgives pativrata priya, pativrata wife, one who is completely devoted to the husband, that kind of wife we are talking about. So aparadham samam mama aparadham, my mistakes, my bad deeds, my wrong deeds, tvam sodum kshantum arhasi, you are capable of forgiving. So ananya sharanatvat, why should I forgive you? Because I have surrendered to you, none other than to you. Ananya sharanatvat. I don't see anyone to surrender myself to. I have surrendered completely to you. Therefore, you should arhasi, you should forgive me. Priyayaha arhasi iti atra eva shabda lopaha sandhischa chandasah. Priyayaha arhasi iti eva. There the eva shabda, eva shabda is atra eva. There is like pita iva putraha, sakhe iva. There is a iva there. There is no iva in priya iva priyayaha. So there you have to understand there is Iva Lopa and the Sandhi is done with respect to Chandasa, the Vedic rule. Since words from Bhagavan is Veda and words in by Vyasa, who himself is a Bhagavan incarnate, it is also Veda, treated as Veda. So aparadakshamam. So why should I forgive about you? Evam aparadakshamam prarthya punaha prag रूपदर्शनम विश्वरूप उपसंहारेण प्रार्थ्यते द्वाभ्याम. Next two shlokas he is asking, requesting Bhagavan to take care of this to take back this form of a cosmic form which is he is displaying and show his previous original form. Like people they project this hologram images, 3D images. There is no 3D, but they project an image. Like that, Bhagavan is projecting image. Like in science fiction movies, you see there's a box. From that box, I have light and laminates, and there is an image there. Like that, Bhagavan is standing there, and he is projecting a big, huge image. Impossible to imagine that kind of image. So he says Vishwarupa Darshanam, because Vishwarupa, why were we talking about Vishwarupa Darshanam? Because this Vishwarupa is the form which Vishwarupa Darshana is the term which we use for sadhus. When the Guru Sadhu, they come out of the room early in the morning, the first vision which we have is called as Vishwarupa Darshana. They come out of their room to go for bathing, etc. At that point of time, people do salutations, namaskaras. They have already taken bath and they are waiting. This person is going to take bath. It's not like today, sir. He would have taken bath, but these people have not taken bath yet. So Vishwarupa Darshanam. What is that Vishwarupa Darshanam? Vishwarupa Darshanam. How can that Vishwarupa Darshanam be possible here? Because he is in slumber. He is now asleep still. Not that. Vishwarupa means he has completely hidden his real nature in the form of sleep. He is coming out of that sleep as though sleep state and showing you his original form. That is why it is called as Vishwarupa. That is the cosmic form. The form of Guru is seen as a Leela Avatara. So therefore, it is a cosmic form too. Therefore, it is called as Vishwarupa. You see this. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.